Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's tutorial, I will demonstrate how to make a bib-like cowl drapery at the front of your outfit using the pattern drafting technique. Hi, my name is Ayo and welcome to 011 Clothings Tutorials. On this channel, I upload DIYs, pattern drafting and sewing tutorials. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so and do not forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So now, let's get right into the tutorial. Thank you! I'll be working with the following items: tape measure, pins. Ideally, a pencil should be used to draft a pattern, but for tutorial purpose, I'll be using these marker pens, a pair of fabric scissors, pair of paper scissors, rulers and curves, my fabric of choice, the front basic bodice pattern. I have here the basic bodice pattern for the front. I will alter the basic neckline curve. From the shoulder tip, I will measure and mark 2 inches. I will make the front neck depth 3.5 inches long. Then I will draw a new neckline curve for the front pattern using my ruler and my French curve like this. This is the waistline. I want the cowl drape to end at the waistline. From the center back, I will measure and mark 2 inches on the waistline. I will connect the 2-inch point to the armhole curve like this. You may also connect it to the base of the armhole curve. It depends on the style of the drapery that you're going for. I will make use of the first style curve. Next, I will extend the shoulder line beyond the shoulder tip like this. From the shoulder tip, I will measure and mark 10 inches on the new shoulder line extension. Below the waistline, that is where I want the cowl drapery to end, I will measure and mark 5 inches. From the 5-inch point, I will draw a short horizontal line that is about 2 inches long. I will connect the 2-inch point to the 10-inch point beyond the shoulder tip like this, using my freehand and a pencil first. Then I will use a red marker pen and a hip curve and also my freehand to make the pencil lines bolder like this. I will go ahead and trace out this shape that I'm showing you with my pen. I'll go ahead and trace it to another pattern paper. This part that I'm shading is no longer part of the pattern. I will place another pattern paper beneath the pattern like this. I will pin it in place. I will trace it out onto a new pattern paper like this using a tracing wheel. I will remove the old pattern from the new one. I will cut out the shape that I just traced out. This side is the center front. Next, I will measure the length of the first curve that I drew. But the waist dart will not be included in the measurements. So first, I will measure the width of the waist dart. This gave me a value of 1.5 inches. I will write it down. Then I will measure the length of the curve. This gave me a value of 20 inches. I will subtract 1.5 inches from the 20 inches and this gave me a value of 18.5 inches. Next, I will measure the length of this second outer curve. This gave me a value of 29 inches. The width of the dart at this side is 1/4 of an inch. This 1/4 of an inch is very negligible, so I will just ignore it and use 29 inches as it is. The length of the old curve is 18.5 inches. The length of the new curve is 29 inches. The difference between the two values is 10.5 inches. I will divide the 10.5 inches by 3 and this gave me a value that is approximately equal to 3.5 inches. Next, I will cut out the pattern of the main front bodice. I will curve the hem of the front bodice at the side like this by 1 inch. Next, I will divide the neckline curve and the outer curve into 4 equal sections. I will connect the points together like this with my ruler and I've divided the pattern into 4 equal sections. Can you recall this 3.5 inches that was calculated earlier? This is the time to use it. I will measure and mark this 3.5 inches to the right of the 3 division lines on the pattern at the hem. I will connect the 3.5 inch points to the division lines at the neckline using my ruler. What I have done is to create 3 darts which I'm going to close like this. I will sellotape the darts in place. The end is uneven. I will even out the ends and I will trim off the uneven ends. I do not like the shape that I have at the hem of this pattern, so I will correct it. I will fix another pattern paper underneath it using a glue stick. I will redraw the hem of the pattern like this and I will trim off the excess paper. The center front will be cut on fold. This pattern should be cut on the bias grain line. This is the neckline and this is the shoulders. I will create tiny pleats at the shoulders and its length after pleating should be the same with the shoulder length of the main pattern. I have pinned the front pattern to the fabric and the fabric has been folded into 2 layers. The center will be cut on fold. I will cut it out. I used half an inch seam allowance all around the pattern except for the side seam and the hem where I used 1 inch seam allowance. This is the bib cowl drapery pattern. I will cut it on the bias grain, so I have folded the fabric in a triangular way. The center front will be cut on fold. I used half an inch seam allowance all around the pattern. This is the main front piece. I will go ahead and sew the waist darts in place. I have sewn the waist dart in place as you can see. This is the bib cowl drapery that will be on top of the garment. I will remove the pattern from the fabric. What I will do now is to go ahead and create tiny pleats on the shoulders. The pleats must be towards the neckline on both shoulder lines. The shoulder pleats on both shoulder lines must face the same direction, which is the neckline. After pleating, the shoulder length of the cowl drapery must be equal to the shoulder length of the main front piece. So now I have done the pleating. As you can see, the shoulder length of the cowl drapery is equal to the shoulder length of the main front piece. With the wrong side of the front piece facing up, I will place the bib cowl drapery on top of it like this, such that the right side of the cowl drapery and the wrong side of the main front piece are together. I will pin the necklines in place. After pinning, I will take it to my sewing machine and I will stitch it in place using 1/2 inch sewing allowance. So now the stitching has been done, as you can see. After stitching, I notched the seam allowance and then I understitched the seam allowance to the neckline of the main front piece on the wrong side. I have also gone ahead to hem the lower part of the bib cowl drapery. What I'll do now is to go ahead and sew the shoulders of the main front piece and the cowl drapery together by about 1/4 inch away from the edge of the fabric. So that's it, guys, we're done. And this is the final look of the bib cowl drapery at the front of an outfit. If you find this video helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, share this video with your friends who are interested in sewing, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. See you in my next tutorial. Bye, and thank you so much for watching.